because we're going to work on that, because Scripture says the enemy's there to take that away from you, that desire and that dream away from you. That's why most people end their lives never really accomplishing those dreams and goals. We are not going to let that happen to you, right?
Right.
Okay, so we're going to bring up the first person that's going to talk to you about our crusade. How important. We have a lot of things in our crusade, but it started with a family being devastated financially. Art Williams, the founder, and his dad dying too early and having the wrong kind of coverage. And so that's our crusade, and that junk is still going on out there right now. It's still being sold as an investment, as a savings vehicle. People are being underinsured, paying too much money for it. So we're going to talk to you about that, and no better person has just been doing a great job really teaching on this subject and helping a lot of families that are really getting ripped off in this area. So
Hey, Ralph, before you do that, can
Yes.
we just kind of go over this?
oh, okay, yeah. Let me go over this real quick since we have it up here. We're part of as far as helping people save and invest money. Securities license is very critical. That's the second license you're going to get right after your life insurance license. So you're all able to take it. Literally, Primerica's paying for it. This is a cram course held by Jeff. What's his last name?
Jeff Thorpe.
Jeff Thorpe, okay. He's done it for a lot of people. And once you paid it, you can come do it for free, I believe, right, Sean?
Yep.
So you can come back to it. We're going to do one here at this office on April...
19th and 20th.
Thank you, Mark. April 19th and 20th. If you want to be securities licensed in the next 30 to 60 days and help families in this area, you don't want to miss this, the 19th and the 20th. I know we had one a week ago at Michael Pyatt's office. Hey, take it again. This is part of investing for your license.
Right.
Your first trade, you'll make a ton of money.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's from noon to 9:30 on Sunday, the 19th. Noon to 9:30, and then Monday, the following day, from 6 to 10:30 in the evening. And Jeff is incredible. Where does he live?
You're like Texas.
He lives in Texas. He's flying from Texas to come down here. Lynn just put in a call to him and said, "Hey, listen, we need to do this." He goes, "You know what? I'll be there for you guys, absolutely." So that's an application that they need to fill that out, right, Lynn? I'm assuming.
Or they can go online. Yeah, just fill it out and give it here. We can fax it to them.
Or we can fax it to them. Yes.
Do you have to do both dates, or is it just one or the other?
I would do
Both.
both dates.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both together. It's
What time on Monday again, please?
Monday is 6 to 10:30.
9:30. No,
Oh, no.
6 p.m. to 10:30.
Sunday to Monday.
6 p.m. to 10:30 on Monday night. Yes.
If you've already taken it, do you have to register to take it again, or do you have to sign in?
Through Jeff?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you just.
You
Just show up.
Call and
If
let
you've
them
done it
know,
before, you
so that
can
way,
stop.
make sure, if you want a new book, it's $5. I just retook his class over in Henderson.
Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, one thing I could tell you is we need to have, to get his commitment to be here, we need to have a minimum of 30 people that are new that signed up.
Right.
Okay, so for those veterans that are coming back to as a refresher, I know a lot of you guys have test dates set up already for the next 30 days to take it. This is a great refresher course. But for those of you that first timers, especially, we need to have 20, 30 people. If we end up having 10 signups, it'll cancel. Because and all it does is takes. This guy's already an RVP, been successful in Primerica, but he has such a passion and a crusade to help families to get licensed. So don't miss that day. Any other questions? Come talk to us after the meeting. So let me bring up. It's Monique and Jesus because she's in the back helping them out over there. So let's give it up for both of them. Come up here, please.
All right, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, guys, there's a reason I'm bringing a box, but I'll show you why. I needed something to carry my stuff in. I'm sure us veterans know what that is.
Yeah.
Inside, guys. I mean, I'm gonna go over the crusade about our business, but I mean, we're also in the distribution business, and I mean that's how you get to be wealthy here. And I'm gonna talk about a client who I met because of one of my downlines. So, Uriah, can you come? Uriah, Rick, what's his name? Ralph, you wanted me to come for you to kind of interview you really fast, just so you can.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is how I met this client. But so Uriah, I mean, so I know Primerica is kind of like part-time for you right now.
Right.
So you also go to school, and you have a job, right? How old are you?
24.
24?
I had to think about that.
24 years old. Got it. So how did you meet this client?
Just through my job. He's a mechanic, and I work in the mechanic industry. I know about a lot of mechanics, and yeah, that's how I met.
What'd you tell him?
Nothing. I just befriended the guy, and the objective is just making him my friend. Everyone just acknowledging the greatness. Having them like me. So that's big, and they do like me.
Right, okay, awesome. So, when you first talked to him, did you do business on the first time you talked to him?
No,
So what did you have to do?
I had to follow this guy. I followed up with this guy for about 2 months, 3 months.
So what made you follow up though? What made you stick, till the end, till it was done?
Because he had a New York life. And he was paying about
$300.
$300.
$250.
250. Yeah, so I just befriended the guy. He liked me, and he told me that there was a lot of people that would go to his shop to sell him stuff. And the way I was different about the other people is just I befriended the guy. I would always compliment him, and yeah. So being my friend.
Cool. So just get into the personal stuff here. So what motivates you to stay in business here? What keeps you going here?
Just this. Easy business.
It's a what?
They're out there.
Yeah.
They're out there. They're really easy, and yeah.
Okay. Awesome guys, so let's give it up for Uriel. Guys, so he's a stud. He doesn't just take no for he doesn't take no. He's that easy. So he can continue to ask questions. So let me kind of bring up kind of what we ran across with this client really fast. So you have it. Turn the lights, guys. So this is in the way. So guys, this is a policy. Like he said, it's the company's name.
Yeah, let me move this out of your way.
So this is a 47-year-old male. Whole life policy. It's a payment for your whole life. So the coverage is $80,000. The coverage, guys. So this guy is a mechanic. He's a business owner. So one of the questions I ask him is, do you feel you're overinsured, underinsured, or don't know? As agents here, what is that? What does that answer? Underinsured, guys. This $70,000 dividend option term target face amount, which means this is not yet $70,000. It's whatever dividend means is he's overpayment. It's an overpayment of policy, which means that will help him purchase $70,000 additional, guys. But right now he has $80,000, 47 years old, he has 3 kids, so underinsured. Next question. 2013. That's when it was done. So this is the monthly payment, $237 for $80,000. So this, and then part of whole life policy, there's a whole life, meaning there's a savings inside the policy. It's like a bundle product. So let's look at the savings, guys. So underinsured, and one of the questions I ask, I'm like, so what's the reason you got this policy? Because of the insurance, the protection, savings, or both? I actually got it for both. All right. So if you were to consider change in either one of them, what will interest you more? More savings, more protection, or both? He said both. All right. So at age 65, $25,000, guys. So who can retire with $25,000? Nobody, guys. So first 2 years, zeros. That's why you see stars. This is mainly what that represents is commission to the agent. Commission to the agent, guys. So for the first 2 years, you're making their BMW payment. You're sending their kids to college. That's why they're overpayment, guys. So at age 65, $25,000. So underinsured, and he's not retiring, right?
Right.
Okay. I think is that it? Okay, so guys, this is what we did for them. I'm gonna go fly to this because I have stuff to share with you. That's it. So let me just kind of go over what we did for the client. And I had only transparencies for this. So what was the coverage, guys? 80,000. 80,000, option of 70,000 in the future for additional insurance, and savings at age 65, $25,000, right?
Right.
Okay. So with us, guys, 207,138,
2 years later.
right? Older, which means it's supposed to be more expensive because he's older. So there it is, 138. How much he was paying? 237, guys, right? So there's money to be paid. So did we give him more coverage? Yeah. More properly coverage? Okay, guys. So now this is what we did with the savings. and investment part. So what we do, we have, like Ralphie was saying, is with the investment, the difference of getting you and helping you guys get licensed is so you guys can help people with this, with their investment program, guys. And by the way, before you guys look into that, I took that class, guys, and I was a 2.0 student, and I passed that test my first time. So take that class, whoever who wants to take that class, guys, good stuff. So here it is, guys. This is what we did for them. This is an investment. This is the money being invested, so we can't predict the future results, but we can get a really good idea what's going to be based on past performance. Now, have we gone through some turbulence in this country?
Yep.
Yeah.
Big time, right? Big time. So even though through that downside of the market, so 20 years into it, I mean, when he was going to be 65, he would have, that's actually 416, 30 years into it, $416,000, guys, that money saved up. Okay. Now, 1983 to 1994 to 2004, he would have $140,000 of money saved up, guys. 25,000, 140,000.
A little better, good choice.
Guys,
Right.
seriously, I mean, that's like 100,000, more than 100,000 took away from your kids and family and college education,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
So now, he really wanted to have it for a longer term, for 30 years, guys, because he has a business, he has other investments, so he really, if he kept it for 30 years, 416, guys, he would have 416 of retirement years. So now let's say he wants to start taking money from this investment, start withdrawing money from this investment, 416,000, guys, for the next, till he reaches like age 90, guys. I mean, nowadays people are living longer. I'm meeting a lot of caregivers that have like people living up to their 90s, 98, seriously. And I mean, we're living a long time now, so you better start planning. So 416, guys, no more money invested, and he's starting to start withdrawing 4% of that investment. This is how much he's taking every year, guys, every year. So this boils down to this. He has withdrawn $536,000, guys. He started with 416, took out 536, and the value's still worth 981.
Nice.
Woo!
Guys, that's huge. When I saw this for the first time, I was like, you get paid to do this? Seriously? This is awesome. But guys, I mean, that's what was a client for Uriel, and it's just amazing that how these things are out there, and we have the solution for this, guys. And here's another client I just ran across this lately last week, and this is again through recruiting, building people, having a team, and this is what this looks like, guys. And same company. Guys, I've never seen these guys do ever nothing right. Seriously, never. And not watch. And there's another one. Same company, and this happened within the last 2 months. All these policies from the same company within the last 2 months. All right, guys. So here's the story. Client invested $90,000 in the year 2000 into this company. This is the first statement of this company. $90,000 back in 2000. That's been 15 years ago. Okay. Now that investment's worth $73,000.
Are you serious?
$73,000. Okay. It started with the VA, the market, right? The client did not need money right there and then, guys. So what he did, he sold him another product, a fix. So he made a commission on top of the commission. Yes. For those agents, I mean, that's how he just remained in commission, guys. So yeah, right. So now she's between here, 62, 63. Can you guys see that? Yeah. All right. So right now in that account, she started with $90,000 in the year 2000, guys. It's been 15 years. It's like 73 around there. Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted to show you guys with that. And check this out, guys. 6 more years. She's 62. So at age 68, $92,000. I think that would have accumulated. $2,000 she made. 18 years, guys. That she didn't make no $2,000. She lost money. She lost a lot of money.
Did you do a calculation of what it would have been?
Yeah, I showed her that, not to make her feel bad, but just, I mean, because
To make her realize.
what was she saying, Mike? What were you guys? I mean, and I was telling her, I would back probably like in junior high or something. But, I mean, our company was around, that's why we're always looking for people to open their own branches, their own offices, guys, because we really are needed there. So this is what oh, you have them? Okay, so my wife's gonna pull it on, see them, that had transparency. So guys, let's just go back in time. Let's say she would have met us, one of us Primerica agents, registered reps. $90,000 would have been invested. The end value, $253. If you guys see this, can you pull it up there? If you guys see this here, it never dropped below her initial investment. Never a drop, guys. The lowest it got was to $92,000, and that was back in 2001, 2002. Remember the Twin Towers?
Yeah.
Guys, that stuff happens. But even that happened, it never dropped the initial investment. And as time goes on, 2008, right? I mean, she doesn't need the money there. Then she didn't need the money there. So look at it. So where's this? It went from 158 to 119. Never dropped the initial investment. Is it better than $72,000?
Yeah.
Guys, it's 253. So I told her, now, let's say you're gonna start withdrawing money now. So let's look at that withdrawing the money, amount of money. So $18,000 she'll be taking out a year. So about $1,500 a month. She has a Social Security, she's getting $1,100 plus $1,500. That would kind of help, right?
Oh, yeah.
So she takes out to age 92. Let's say she has you have an aunt, right, that lives like 99, 96, right, Mike?
Yeah.
So they have a family, and I told her, you gotta keep tradition, because I mean, you gotta stay till age 90, right? So $18,000 every year, guys, she's been taking out. So she invested this, right? She started with this, started money taking out. She has withdrawn $543,000 if you add up all those years, and the money being reinvested. So right now the value would have been $1.9 million, guys. This is really what would have happened. This is from the investments from the past, guys. So guys, are we needed?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Guys, and this is, okay, is that the last one? Yeah, it kind of shows you year by year, guys, but the end result, that was it. And guys, I tell people, there's no free lunch for this, guys. There's no free lunch, right?
Right.
There is a charge for this, but let's look at this. This is how much you started and start taking money out. This is how much you're withdrawing. Money that's being put back into the investment, and you're still worth 1.9, right?
Right, yeah.
Yep, and growing.
And growing.
And growing, yeah.
Is that a fair fee to pay $6,000 one time and your money's still worth $1.9 million?
Yeah.
And
That's fair.
I would have paid that anytime, guys. Anytime. Better than $73,000 right now, guys. So, but one of the things I started my conversation with her is that, and I heard this from Chris Royce. He's a great guy from the East Coast. He has securities training, and he's one of the, guys, I learned a lot. He says people don't need financial products; they need a strategy. And when he said that, it's true. Because guys, this is the complication. People don't understand what they're buying, over fees, overcharge. So that's competition, guys. This is one family. This is one family. The one I went over with today, that's another family, and this is another family within the last 2 months. Last 2 months, guys. So that's them.
Unbelievable.
This is us.
Wow.
That's, that's probably not like a big family either.
It's 5 kids. 5 kids. So they have whole life policies on each kid.
$800, what, 700?
Yeah.
And that's your policy fees for each one.
Yeah. So guys, is that huge? Are we needed?
Yep.
Guys, that's why I need to bring this box to carry all that stuff with me. But get out there. There's everything. Every type is being sold. So hopefully that help, guys.
Wow.
Hey, need help with all that?
That is criminal.
Yeah.
Legal criminal, right? What do you do for legally? I rob people.
Yeah.
That's what they should say.
Yeah.
Not I do this investment where you get insurance and then it's a wealth building whatever junk. People have no clue. I'm going to bring up someone that I just want to share with you, just on that crusade as we're talking about the importance of never giving up on follow-up. One of the things I learned years and years ago, and I share this with a lot of you guys all the time, is you want to be the master, you want to be the king and queen follow-upper. Master. But you got to have a system to do that. Every day, who am I calling today? Who do I have to call today? Write it down, not try to think about it in your mind. I want you to write it down. Who am I calling today? Who do I have to follow up with? And then always ask the question, hey, would you mind if I follow up with you a few days from now? Don't take it personal. Have some confidence and go, hey, you know what, I'm going to follow up with them. If I care enough about them, then I'm going to follow up with them. So, Dave, where are you, brother? Come up here. Let's give it up for Dave. Share with us for a few minutes of what happened this last.
Well, first off, just want to say I'm blessed to be here. And for those who think you're not special, guys, believe me, get that negative thinking out. You're special just for being a part of this company. Hopefully, my little short story let you know why. But this morning, talking about our crusade, it's not out there just to change our lives and change family lives, by protecting them in the investment side. What we do is really valuable. This morning I got a call about 6 o'clock this morning, and my goddaughter's dad had passed. So, unexpected, I'm still here. But that's the crusade, guys, and the scary part about that story is I followed up with them 3 times, and this past Friday was the 3rd time I had tried to sit with them and explain to them whatever, and it was a dark house, I was talking to Tasia, and she was like, did you knock on the door? I was like, Tasia, I knocked, I called, I stood there, it worked. So,
she has to say that because there's some people that get to the door, they go, it was dark house, did you knock? Oh, we were supposed to knock?
Yeah. And
That's something else.
Exactly. And we stay in an apartment complex, and they stay right across from us.
Wow.
In the same apartment. So every morning I go to the gym or whatever, I see them. So Friday was the last time, I was like, man, so I seen him yesterday morning. I said, hey, I talked to your wife about sitting down and the company I work with, we protect people, investments, that type of thing. I know you have a daughter, you got a family, I just want to share this information with you. And this morning it's just like, bam, it get hit like, and like I said, I thank God that I actually did that, and even Dark House, because a lot of people, like I said, I remember when I was first saying, they didn't show up, I knocked a little sorry knock and then leave, and then I get yelled at by Dean and then crying later for not staying there, but yeah guys, it's real, and that's the 2nd time that I've had a family member die in the last 6 months.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
So Dave, so you don't buy into the, well, I just don't want to be pushy. I talked to them 3 months ago, and they know what I do. They know I need it. They need it, but I don't want to be pushy. I don't know how to.
Right, and I can tell you this: that the previous story 6 months ago was my personal brother. I have a lot of brothers and sisters, but it was my blood brother, and I had talked to him Sunday. So he just passed 6 months ago, and same thing. I was like, hey, he was like, Dave, I know you work for this company. I was like, yeah, man, you need to get a program. His girlfriend was 6 months pregnant at the time, and then he had a 4-year-old daughter.
Wow.
So I said, hey, man, we need to sit down, get you something together. I can help you. He goes, oh, I got group insurance. So I overcame that. Hey, group insurance is, we go through the system.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, hey, let's set it up for this Saturday. I got some appointments during the week. Let's go Saturday. So we set it up for Saturday, and Wednesday night, I got the call that he had got shot. So he died with a 6-month-old pregnant girlfriend and a 4-year-old. And it's crazy because I'm like, man, like, it's hard, you know what I mean? Like, sorry. Wow. It's hard, like, knowing that I did all that I could. It's not like I mean, like I said, I couldn't imagine what if I hadn't said anything. And that's the point I think I kind of, we want to go with this is, guys, you never know.
Right.
My brother died the day after his birthday. He died on Wednesday. Day after his birthday, left his kids devastated, And so our crusade is really serious, guys. Like, and I think that's mostly my part. I'm not. Sorry.
But you don't have any regrets.
No, and that's what I'm so thankful because I keep going through my head like, what could I have done different? What could I did the best I could. We can't force everybody. We get chargebacks. I've got plenty of chargebacks, and it's just hard to know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I always think that I could do, but like Mark said, I don't have any regrets because I open my mouth. So guys, get out there and help people because they will be devastated. I now have another niece that I have to take care of, unfortunately. You
No,
know,
wow.
and this is the last thing too. People say, "Oh, well, I'm not in that situation, or I don't live in that neighborhood." Now, these are the two scenarios that I've dealt with. The one this morning, he wasn't in a gang, but the people he hung around with were gang affiliated. So a lot of people will go, "Oh man, he hangs around gang members and all this stuff." Okay, my brother was none of that. You know, my brother was clean, no drugs, didn't drink, I mean nothing. And just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So you can't use that excuse like, you know, it can happen to anybody. So I think that's, like I said, that's what they wanted me to share with you guys. But from here on out, just go kill it, man.
He is not a secret agent. I don't know what club people heard that from. Right? There's no training on secret agents. Don't be one.
Just last thing too, the last time it happened with my brother, I came back and I was #1 in the company within 3 days after my brother passed.
Just a message there. Yeah.
So get prepared for another one.
What do you do with that?
Add to what you said, like, you know, the lifestyle you live or whatever, it's not. We have a similar situation where we were talking to the lady and she said, when taxes come in. Well, her husband ended up getting sick, pneumonia, and then he ended up like shutting down and he's on life support now. Taxes never came in. You know, like that, you can't wait. I mean, that's what she said. She's like,
Can't wait.
I didn't push on this. And I said, well, lesson learned, right?
Well, okay. On the other hand, Rose's sister Rita, we wrote her up several months ago, 3-4 months ago. She got approved, and this last week
She got rated and still went for it.
she got rated double, if not maybe triple rate, but she believed in the coverage and no medications, no sickness. They're crazy enough. These women, they run mud runs and everything. I'm so proud of them. But a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
A week ago. And she had a heart attack. Thank God she's still with us.
Yes.
But she could have been taken, and thankfully she was covered, and
Yeah.
you know, whatever. So
We wrote her up during a fight of promotion. I say this only to understand, when you're fighting for recognition, promotion, we don't tie those two together. It's not about the promotion and recognition. You're fighting for that for your family, but we're changing families' lives as a result of it. And that one day will be a death claim or possibly a retirement, you know, story and those kinds of things.
Yeah, and her first thing when I got there, she was like, I wouldn't have gotten covered if it had been after. I said, no, you wouldn't have.
No,
Yeah, so
not
she
at
was
all.
Like, I wouldn't have. But nope.
Great stories, crusade stories. Now we want to recognize those that, we're going to do recognition now. Get that kind of out of the way. We have a lot of stuff we're going to share with you and impact your heart and really get to your heart. We're going to do recognition for those that fought last month and to get recognition, but changed families' lives in the process of it. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do some recognition. Let me bring up Mark and Sue Younger up here to help me do so. And Ashley, where are you, Ash? She got left already? No. She's probably in the office.
Ashley.
No, she had to go at 10:30.
Oh, okay.